Luka Doncic is not the best player on this team. After purposely tanking at the end of last season and missing the playoffs, the Dallas Mavericks have failed that they can be a legit contender with their superstar duo in Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. However, this offseason, the Mavs impressed me with the roster changes they were able to make by moving on from Christian Wood and signing Grant Williams, as well as bringing in Seth Curry, drafting Dereck Lively, the explosive 7'1" athletic finisher, trading for Rashad Holmes in that deal as well, adding to the depth at the center position, signing Derrick Jones Jr., adding another lob threat. I know many still aren't buying into the Mavs, but I personally think they did a damn good job at addressing the holes in their roster. And after watching some preseason games, I have come to the conclusion that this Dallas Mavericks team is a lock to be in the playoffs without Luka Doncic. Now, Mavericks fans, before y'all come from my head, Luka Doncic is one of the 5 best players in the entire NBA. I mean, this brother averaged 32 points last season. Luka is him, but yet the best version of the Mavs is when Luka Doncic is not on the court. Compared to when KYRIE is the head of the snake, the Mavericks are playing at a fast pace that benefits the roster as currently constructed. When KYRIE was running the offense, pushing the pace, he made sure he found Dereck Lively in transition for those easy lobs because that's what he thrives at. The biggest criticism about Dereck Lively is that he is still incredibly raw and won't be able to stay on the court for offensive and defensive reasons. The most important part about instilling confidence in your rookies is to put them in positions to be successful, and the fast-paced offense will help Dereck Lively's development as a player. And an active Dereck Lively will activate his intensity on both ends on the floor. I don't think a lot of people discuss how important it is for Dereck Lively to be good to impact the Mavericks' success. The Dallas Mavericks were the 3rd slowest team in the entire NBA last year, and the majority of this squad is young, and for them to play at a slower pace will hinder their offense. There is no reason for Josh Green, Jaden Hardy, Derrick Jones Jr., and Grant Williams to be playing a slow brand of basketball. Let the fellas fly. And what most coaches emphasize is getting easy buckets when you can, to beat the opposing team down the floor before they can set their defense. And those easy buckets will be the difference in whether you are in a close game in the 4th quarter against a bad team compared to if you're up 15 late in the 4th. It is incredibly hard to win NBA games. The NBA is more talented than ever. So that brings me to this question: is this a Jason Kidd problem or a Luka Doncic problem? I mean, it is well documented that Jason Kidd isn't the best at communicating with his players. Just ask Christian Wood or Tim Hardaway Jr. But as the head coach, what do you do? I mean, you have a superstar that can do everything on the court. Doncic is an excellent rebounder. He is phenomenal at creating opportunities for his teammates to score, and he is an elite scorer in his own right. I mean, what many praise him for, despite not being an explosive athlete, he is still able to use his size and strength to get by his defender. But if we're keeping it a buck, let's talk about sacrifice. Are you, Jason Kidd, as the head coach, going to Luka Doncic and asking him to get in the best shape of his life, to take cardio seriously, and to play at a faster pace when on the court? If you establish that will be the offensive identity of this team, will Luka Doncic embrace that or not? That's a difficult conversation to have, but Jason Kidd, you are the head coach. You are getting paid millions to have that conversation. Along with all the good Luka Doncic brings to an NBA team, there also comes the bad. The biggest critique about Luka has been his heliocentric style of play. At this point, it is no longer aesthetically pleasing to watch Luka Doncic dribble the ball for 20 seconds trying to dissect his defender, while the other 4 players on the court just watch. It makes me think, has Luka Doncic become an uncoachable star because of how great he is? He just believes that the ball is better in his hands and that he is entitled to be the main decision maker on offense. Not to say that any of those narratives are necessarily true, but it's been incredibly difficult for the Mavs front office to put a supporting cast around Luka. Outside of the year that they went to the Western Conference Finals, I have some major questions surrounding Jason Kidd as the head coach. I believe he will be in the hot seat if the Dallas Mavericks don't make the playoffs in back-to-back years. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you think of this whole Luka Doncic situation. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see y'all next video.